I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Your speaker on, Venus?
No, it's not.
Come on, so what's on me?
It's annoying.
You got it figured out?
Everybody should be muted.
Yeah.
Let's turn the volume down this thing.
Okay.
There's still echo. Oh,
Both going, didn't you?
No, it's weird, like, it must have started feeding back and then just kept going, so.
it's still doing it.
You can hear.
Call the meeting to order.
Wow. Love technology.
Get this going before we get the feedback again.
Mhm.
We do have a quorum. I take a motion to approve the agenda and the minutes.
So moved.
I'll second it.
All right, any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, we've got an agenda. Good morning, Rich.
Morning. Not a lot today. I do have a certificate of completion and final acceptance of work. I don't know why the DOT asked the board for the engineer, you know, they want you guys to have every year they say the engineer can sign off on this stuff, but then they want the board to sign it anyway. So I don't know why they ever do that, but this is for our, the Dogwood project. The original bid was 1.430 million and change. The final voucher after this, the project total is 1.448. If I can have an approval for the certificate of completion, and then I'm gonna have you sign the sub-final voucher with ink, just in case they want me to do it. At least I'll have it, so.
Okay. All right, is there a motion to approve the project closeout for Dogwood?
I'll make that a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion on it? Hear none, all in favor, aye?
Alright.
Aye.
I'll have you sign where the highlight is, and then if you wanna just sign somewhere on the back, I'll just put a sheet up here. Probably, everything's done electronically now, and then,
Just anywhere on this page?
yeah, sign on the bottom somewhere where we can. I don't know if you guys had the email that came through the DOT, I don't know if it was last week, about some, I don't have the actual house file in front of me, where they had changed something with the secondary road fund equations or whatever. Nothing changed, I think when they, I don't remember what this house file, the Senate file number was, but they were trying to eliminate a bunch of these committees that weren't doing anything. And the secondary road fund committee got included in that house file. When they did that, they gave that responsibility to the DOT. And then the DOT now is allowing that same secondary road fund committee underneath their umbrella. So if you see that change, the explanation is legislature tried doing something and it eliminated the requirement for us to have a secondary road fund committee. They handed that power to the DOT. The DOT says, we don't want it, we're gonna put you underneath us. So that's the whole swap with, I don't remember what the numbers are, but I didn't know if you guys should have probably
I saw
gotten that
that.
email.
Yeah.
And that's all they did, nothing else changed. So it's nothing to really get too concerned about, other than we have to do, there's some things that have to change in order for us to get reestablished by the DOT, so. In case you were wondering.
More work for the same?
Same work, I mean, yeah, you know, everybody tries to do good things and end up screwing, well, I mean, messing things up with, you know, House File 718 is the same way.
Right.
Thought they were doing something good and messed things up, so this is kind of similar where, anyway, just an explanation if you guys were curious about what was going on with that.
Kind of, but if it didn't change.
Nothing's changing our formulas or anything like that, so.
Perfect. Yeah, anything else?
No.
Anything for Rich, guys?
Nope.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. Drainage. The Pat Rocco thing, I still think it's kind of in limbo, right?
Had some claims. I'll make a motion for the drainage claims.
Okay, there's a motion to approve drainage claims, or second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion on them? Hearing none, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
I don't know if our crew got out to look at those crossings yet or not.
Anything else drainage wise?
I'll just, I got a call from the DNR last week on that Kingland project. That lateral that Kingland wanted the outlet exposed, it was underwater and covered up. And, so we ended up digging a little bit of an open ditch there to get, so that we had flow. And got the water, or the outlet above water, which right now I'm guessing they're not at high water at Elk Creek. But anyway, I got a call from the DNR, and I think Iowa Fish and Game or something like that wants to meet tomorrow out there with me. There'll be no decisions made. I mean, I think my thing will be if they think they want us to fill part of that back in, they're gonna have to come back in here and request it. It's our tile, and we got drainage, and I'm pretty sure at least 3 or 4 of those owners on that outlet are gonna want that to be open.
Right.
Cause they've
Well,
all added tile to it, so.
how's it any different? I mean, it's maybe their property, but then they're blocking drainage, right? So how's it
Well,
any
that's-
different from anybody else?
Yeah, it's my opinion, and they raise and lower that water all the time out there. You know, they drain it dry in the summertime pretty much, so the grass grows up for duck habitat. And then this time of year, they raise it back up, which, you know, it's probably about as high as it's gonna be. So when Brian dug that in, that outlet should be above the water level, and he went back. We'll go down there and look, but it's probably at least 500 feet, he dug an open ditch, and, you know, to get that outlet working, you put a pipe in there, it's a good outlet now, and
Right.
I don't see no reason to change it, but like I say, if the DNR is gonna wanna request filling that back in, they're gonna have to come back in here and talk to us and do it in a public meeting, so.
Where,
And it's a decision we all have to make, so.
right, where's that, where does Elk Creek outlet?
Shell Rock, huh?
I thought I went to the
Winnebago.
Oh,
Winnebago.
one of the two,
One of the two, yeah,
I'm not exactly
Okay.
sure.
But
The Shell Rock goes way down here.
Yeah,
So that
but
would
the
come all the way.
Winnebago,
Boy,
the Winnebago would be south for about,
Yeah, it
it's a
would
Shell
be.
Rock. For sure, the outlet's in Shell Rock, I can't remember exactly where, it goes.
Must come through a
Goes
creek
by
first.
Mortz's down there, keeps going south and,
Does enter in the Shell Rock.
yeah, south and east. So we'd have to turn
East
and
of
go,
65,
There you
north
go.
of Fort, up northeast of Kensett.
I assume it's Elk Creek the whole way. I think.
Oh,
Till it
it's
empties.
right north of Isaac Walton League,
There you go,
that comes through there, and then it meanders over and catches, okay.
so, anyway, I'll meet with them tomorrow morning, Doug King will also be there, and, you say whatever they really want, they're gonna have to bring me here and talk to all 3 of us for any decisions, so.
Sounds good to me.
Just let you know I'll be out there.
Okay, thank you. Alright, claims, everybody look at them?
Motion to approve the claims.
Alright, there's a motion to approve claims, is there a second?
I second.
Any discussion on them? Hearing none? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Alright, any reports?
Yep. Monthly share.
Motion to approve the monthly sheriff's report.
I'll make that a motion.
Second it.
Alright, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye? Aye. Opposed? Reports are approved. Any payroll eligibility, salary changes?
One you're approving and one you're acknowledging.
Okay. New employee at the public health?
Yes.
Yep, okay.
Yep. I got it.
Chelsea. Alright, so is there a motion to approve the payroll eligibility for Chelsea at public health?
I'll make that a motion.
I'll second that.
Alright, discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Alright, and then also have salary change for Andrea in the assessor's office. So we'll just acknowledge that we received the salary increase.
I'll make that a motion.
Okay,
I'll second it.
alright, motion is second to acknowledge the salary increase. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay. Liquor license,
Nope.
swearing in at 9. Resolution 2024-48, it's a resolution to approve the disbursement funds for the American Rescue Plan Act. The total was 1.433 million. Based on what we had approved before, we'll be adding an additional 19,000 in funds to complete the water and wastewater improvements out at the interchange. Final payment for the recorder scanning project, $96.25. And then the remainder will go to capital improvements to county buildings or property, in the amount of $61,548. Is there a motion to approve resolution 2024-48?
I'll make a motion for the resolution.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion on it?
That will take care of all the funds.
Earmarking and everything, that's it?
Yep,
Okay.
so we got that part done before the end of the year.
Okay, and we just have next year to finish spending the 60,000. All right, any other discussion? Roll call vote, Wilbur,
Aye.
Smithy,
Aye.
Stone, aye. Resolution is adopted. Okay, building and grounds. I'm gonna meet with the boiler inspector tomorrow afternoon with our insurance company, annual, semi-annual inspection, I guess.
Okay.
So if you got Bice here, finishing up lights, this place should be getting brighter. Anything else needed? Top of Iowa water main extension. Discussion and possible action on the contract between Central Paint Coating and Worth County for recoating the inside of the little water tower, one we just drained.
Yep.
Jason got updated price, and to coat that and complete all the work, it'd be 50,000. And that's part of our ARPA plan, so their motion to approve the Central Paint Coating quote.
I will make that a motion.
I can second it.
Okay, any discussion on it? Hearing none, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Okay, also a quote for new water meters in all of the buildings out there. Some are originals, been there a long time, and then we're also gonna get a digital readout because some of these where they're at is really hard to get to. And so we'll either relocate the digital readouts in that room or stick them right outside the building, so that it's probably the casino for sure, cause they have to get permission and escorted all the way back there just to read that meter, so we'll probably stick that one outside the building, but otherwise it'll update everything, kinda with all the water meters. And that is $14,399. Their motion to approve the quote for municipal supply and the water meters.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye?
I don't think there's anywhere to sign on that one.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. I'll reach out to them and let them know to order them. I'm gonna meet with Levi out there some point this week probably. To get a cost estimate on doing it. Peoples was originally gonna do it, but I know they're short-handed right now, so I figured maybe it'd be better off just to see what Levi Marshall's would do.
Works.
Cause it's gonna be a late night, early morning thing when business is quiet, slow out there, cause we gotta shut water off for hopefully no more than about 30 minutes a place, so. But it does have to shut down water at those facilities, so. We'll meet with him on that. Anything else on, our water main projects? If not, Winworth Betco, Melissa?
I just have a NIACOG meeting on Wednesday this week and then finishing up on the website.
Perfect, perfect. That website, is it just, we're just updating everything on that? Is that what you're
Yeah,
doing?
it's,
Okay.
yeah, it's included. It's a revamp every 3 years.
Okay, that's what I thought, just want to double check, so. Okay, any questions for Melissa?
Nope.
Thank you. Department head discussion.
Next Monday I won't be here.
Okay.
Also, for the month, last month, we went just over $12,000 in savings with the jail move from all the reports that came in. And the other thing, we should see a little bit more revenue coming in. The state changed how we could charge for room and board. We've been having some problems. We got it clarified now. So Rick's been sending out billing on that to start getting us caught up on how we can bill. It's different than what it was. Now we're to that point, he start taking on that. So we'll start seeing some room and board funding start coming back into our.
Good. Nothing wrong with income. And I know, I did hear, I don't know if it's in some legislation or in a bill somewhere, there's gonna be discussion on it, is some reimbursement for medications and that stuff for inmates, where I think, I don't know how, where I saw that, but there's something about being able to hear that or adjust the rate for medications. It's all part of the, it was down that, in that ISAC info, part of their Medicaid updates. They're gonna go through Medicaid billing, I guess, and change some stuff that hasn't been changed in over 40 years, or look at changing stuff, and I think like prescriptions or medications for inmates was part of that too, so.
One of the legislators was talking about that a little bit too at the meeting the other day.
Right.
I remember hearing something about it.
Yeah.
Came out about 2-3 months ago in email.
Yep.
I know the one thing, we were told that if we take them somewhere, we get the same Medicare rates as anybody else, that we can get at that lower rate that they have to do for prisoners, so, which we didn't know that before, so that'll help out some
Too, as far as transporting?
As far as any medications or
Okay.
doctor visits or any of that, they can only charge us that what they would for Medicare.
Oh, okay, okay, and that could be part of what it is, and I think they're looking at adjusting those rates, 'cause I think they said it's been 40 years. There's been a lot of stuff that's 30 and 40 years old that hasn't been touched, I think they're gonna start looking into finally, so. Okay, any other department heads?
The county does not have a blanketed procurement policy. I know EMA has one. Trying to go through FEMA stuff, we've never had one in secondary roads. We've always followed the state code, which is what we're supposed to do, which is why I don't understand why FEMA needs to have a written policy, but I didn't know if we could, I know EMA's is rather lengthy and wordy, but I didn't know. I was going through documents in Mitchell County last week and found that they had passed one back in the 80s. And I didn't know if we had one hidden somewhere that we could use, because the one that Mitchell County had basically said, we follow the state code. And it baffles me that we're supposed to do all this stuff, but they want us documenting that we've adopted. I mean, I don't understand it, but I don't know that we'll be able to get our FEMA funding until we have something adopted for secondary roads. And if we had something countywide, that would probably be even better, just to cover everybody.
What does EMA's cover?
I
Doesn't
think,
that cover the county?
well, I mean,
Oh,
I think the title of it is
Yeah.
just for EMA, but
Right,
I thought their FEMA did. Talk to Mark Thomas.
maybe chat.
Mark's on.
I don't know if it was specific for him getting grant money versus the rest of the county.
I don't know, Mark Thomason, how does that procurement policy work with you?
It's a policy that has to be in place for any of the grants we get through the state. Like every year the EMPG, it has to, and they check to make sure that it's updated because the federal code generally changes about every couple years. They throw another line or two in there of things you have to follow and stuff.
Is it strictly for EMA? Does it cover the county?
It references just the commission, but I can send a copy over to Jackie, and I'm sure with some wordsmithing or whoever wants to look at it, with wordsmithing, you can change it. It can become applicable to anybody.
Okay.
Send one to Rich too, cause if we
I
can,
think we have a copy already.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
think I sent,
through it. You and I have had emails back and forth for a little while, but
and I think I sent other county examples too.
you did. I just didn't.
Couldn't
For some reason, I think whether or not it covers the whole county, it'd be nice just to have one instead of having
right,
multiple ones that might read different things. But again, we're supposed to follow the code anyway, and the code has all that written in it already, and now they want us to rewrite it just to say that we follow the code, I think is ridiculous. But I think the older I get, the more
I can't believe it.
ornery I get with the.
Well, welcome to federal grants.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I can't believe it hasn't been an issue, cause you get federal funding anyways.
Been doing it.
Outside of grants, you get federal dollars for road and bridge projects.
Bridges and everything else, yeah.
So why is it all of a sudden an issue now that you're trying to recoup some lost?
Probably because most of our federal aid stuff goes through the DOT's letting process and FEMA stuff doesn't. It goes because we're using local contractors and local suppliers and our own payroll, so. All right, well, we'll dig into it a little bit more. It just seems ridiculous.
I send it to Jeff and he can change it.
Right.
And we can-
Doesn't always have internet access on the cruise, but I'm sure he'll change it for you.
I'm sorry, we'll get it figured out. All right,
Sorry. Any other department heads? Okay. Supervisor Weekly, Enos.
I had a meeting with North Iowa Children's Alliance. We're working with Family Connections because we're having problems getting families on board in this area, and it's costing us quite a bit. So I had one of those meetings, and then I went to Iowa Drainage on Friday.
Now you know everything about drainage?
No,
Next year you can update us again.
I thought I'd let Mark, I always update you when I come back from
Yeah.
IDDA on what's going on. I thought, once I'm gonna let Mark do it.
Okay.
I'm always ahead of him, so
Oh, sure.
Water runs downhill.
there you go. Yep, that was,
Mark,
that
what'd
was
you
in
do
the
last
early
week?
part.
I had public health, just basically our budget and nothing major going on, just discussion on getting an employee and they're excited about getting her. Did attend the District 2 Supervisor meeting. Good as always. I mean, there was nothing major that came out of there. Legislators talk, of course, everybody's still House File 718. And I'm pretty sure something came up on that Medicaid deal. One of the senators was rattling off about it. I don't know.
Eminent domain.
Yeah, eminent domain was a big
Eminent domain
discussion,
came up,
so.
yeah.
And then I did attend the Drainage District Association meeting. Yeah, the two very intelligent speakers that got to be a little dry. But, it would have been fun if you could have got to the history of drainage and really got back in there. We've had that presentation before by somebody else, probably before you got on, and
Yeah,
it was
it was.
kinda interesting. Like I said, the only thing I said earlier, the only takeaway I really took out of this was from the climatologist that said, he gave predictions for more heat, more warmer days, things like that, and for every so many degrees of rise in temperature, it increases precipitation. It was what he was saying was we're gonna have more, instead of having inch or half inch rains, we're gonna have 2, 4, 6 inch rains. We're gonna see more frequent events like that, which, if anybody that's doing new drainage projects, I guess my look would be that 1 inch coefficient, which is hard to get to, dollar wise, that's probably where you're gonna wanna go if you wanna continue to have good drainage. So, I think the guys south of Joyce wanting to go to that open ditch, from a big tile, they're probably on the right track if that's what they finally decide to do, but it's gonna cost more money, so. That's what I took out of it, you're right, it was.
But that was one of the key points, was the
Yes.
fact of, he showed over the last
Yeah,
20, 10,
forever.
20,
Yeah,
quite over like 40 years, what rainfall has done
Yep.
and how these patterns have changed.
He's our state climatologist, I
Yep.
can't think of his name right now, but he's,
So that was the interesting part.
Yep. he knows his
The
stuff.
history's fine, but you pack 4 hours of history in a half, 15
Yeah,
minutes.
he just never
It just
got
doesn't
to,
work that
just
way.
never got to where he wanted to, I
Yeah.
don't think, he felt kinda bad, he wasn't a real polished speaker, he definitely knew his stuff, but that's all I had.
I had District Two meeting Thursday. Very good networking, we'll see what the other counties around have going on, and seems like we're all fighting the same battle.
Pretty much.
And so, we did have a pretty good group of legislators show up, so worked on them for a little bit, but otherwise, nothing real major there. And that's all I had. Yeah, that's all I had last week. Speaking of public health, Mark, do they have, we have to put a board of health member appointment?
Yeah, we'll have to replace Diane.
Did you wanna contact Stephanie?
I did,
You did?
she said yes, she'd still be interested, so we'll just have to make the decision on.
So we have 2 candidates.
We have 2 candidates, which we can either do now or we can do it first of the year, we want to appoint everybody else, however you want to do it, so.
Let's just do it first of the year,
That's fine.
knock it all off at one time,
Yep.
but if we can get them set up now,
Yep,
get it figured out.
there will be a little going away party for her on the 30th, I know we're not having a board meeting that day, so we're gonna have a little earlier meeting, and then I think it was at 9, Shannon just sent the message there, Diane wasn't gonna come, and then she's, it was kind of for her, she said she was gonna come, but they will be going away for her, so. Appreciate her service, she's had a lot of knowledge to that board, so.
Been on a long time too.
She has, she's been part of public health for pretty much ever, so. She was a nurse there over there too, so.
Good, Jeff?
Do you need a new application then, or are you gonna use what we have?
I think we could use their old, can't we? I mean,
I would think we'd be able to
both
use
turned in
their
a pretty
old
good resume per se.
On both of them. What's that?
It's only been, what, 6 months?
Or,
That'd be about it,
that'd be the
if that.
max.
Yeah.
Not even that,
I just say we stick with what we got.
Sounds good.
And then,
I'm good with their applications as is.
I am too.
And then, regional housing, North Iowa Regional Housing, we'll keep looking for that.
Oh, yeah,
So, me and Jackie did send a list out,
potentials.
yeah,
And you're gonna need a new realtor on eminent domain also. Clara Elgolin.
Oh.
must be one.
yeah. Yes, do you wanna,
Jordan
Jordan, Jordan Ellison?
I thought about giving him a call, cause I got your number, and then I backed off away from it, cause I thought it might interact with his job, it probably wouldn't work out for him. But I didn't go any farther than that off of it, and that was a couple weeks ago and I got sick.
Just trying to think who else we need,
You think it'd coincide with his job and stuff, with that, in other words,
No,
Conflict of interest or anything?
no, not a conflict of interest, it's just
Hours.
finding hours.
it's so,
Sporadic.
yeah, that I would say probably not a problem.
If he's willing to say yes, one thing about it as a board member, you can enter your conflicts if there is a meeting, and hopefully you can work around that, I mean.
And they wouldn't call everybody up at the same time.
More than likely not, yeah. I mean, if he's willing, that'd be good.
otherwise what else, what are other options for realtors?
I don't know.
That's
We
the only
got
one
'em
I
all.
can think of.
Well, I think we've got them all pretty much.
Myron moved out of the county, and so,
Quisley. Do you wanna check with him, see if he wants to stay on board, or zoning, yeah, zoning,
He's on zoning.
Dave Quisley,
okay.
you know him, you work with.
I know
I
No,
do-
I don't have his number, but.
I got his number.
Yeah, you wanna call him?
I mean, I know Dave.
I just didn't know you worked at the co-op, through the co-op.
Never directly, no.
Okay.
My son probably has, he could probably give me his number.
Okay.
He
If
used to
you,
do
if you got
trucking
any
and
issues.
I've got it in my phone.
You
so-
got it, perfect.
Yeah, I'll give David a call, reach out to him,
I'll reach out to Jeff Corball and see if he wants to stay on as well. His-
cause I think he's on the board of adjustment, that's on,
I think so.
was it one of those,
Otherwise, it doesn't seem to be a ton this year, so that's good. Okay, well, it's 9 o'clock. Who are we looking for?
Sure.
Jesse's right out here.
Jesse? Is he the only one? Mark,
I did mine already.
Swear yourself in.
Yep,
what about?
I just swore. No.
Look in the mirror.
No, I had Terry take care of me. So,
Jesse,
Sheriff-elect. Your butt in here.
these will take effect on January 2nd. Hey, wow.
Uh-oh.
Come on
You bet, more than welcome.
in.
your entourage.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys
We gotta do this together, or you doing his own?
get together.
Alright.
Yeah,
Alright,
got everybody in?
Raise your right hand or?
Raise your
Yeah.
hand.
right in.
And Mark.
I
Mark's maybe,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
Mark's doing a good job here.
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa.
and that I will faithfully
I will faithfully
and and impartially,
and impartially,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge all of the duties
discharge all the duties
of the office of the Worth County
supervisor,
Of the office of the Worth County Sheriff,
in Worth County, Iowa,
County, Iowa,
Worth County, Iowa,
as now or hereafter required by law,
as now.
hereafter required by law,
so help me God.
so help me God.
You're good.
Congratulations,
Sign this.
gentlemen. Welcome back, Mark. Didn't realize you cleaned up so well, Mr. Luther.
Yeah.
Good. Took me a couple days.
Been working on it all week, huh?
You just ain't working hard enough then, or if it only took 2 days to clean up. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's it. Oh, here. I don't want this anymore.
Certificate
can
of
have it.
completion.
All right. You put that on the fridge.
I just started the dart tournament thing, so.
Oh,
maybe-
man.
There you go.
Thanks, guys.
You haven't been in long enough for that yet.
Darts?
Well, to want to throw darts at it yet.
I see another thing, Rob's up and Jeff Gordon's up. I'll call all three of them.
You call Jeff too?
Yeah, I'll call Jeff, David, and Dan Rob.
What's Dan on? Board of Adjustment.
Dan is County Zoning Board of Adjustment.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. All right,
I'll call all three of them.
Thank you.
things to add to agenda, Worth County Fair Board Annual Meeting,
Okay.
the 12th, at
6:30.
6:30?
I just looked at it today. I
You get
didn't see that.
Yes, I got that
Oh,
invitation.
when I saw it in the paper and then I didn't,
Yeah,
cause it's
I think it's
December
6:30.
12th?
December 12th,
Well,
yeah, 6:30,
It's Thursday, right? Or,
be Thursday.
yeah, it'll be Thursday, right? Yeah, it's this week.
excuse me, yeah, Thursday.
It's either 6:30 or 7, one of them two. I got
I just looked at the invitations. I didn't know it's-
Going, more than two?
Usually try to attend it, I
Okay.
guess.
I usually
I'll
do
get it
too.
up there
I've
then.
missed it the last year or two because I've had EMA the same night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can put it on the calendar, but I'll probably not.
Okay, anything else that needs to go on there? I think that's it for now.
Thanks for the reminder.
Okay, I think we have fulfilled our agenda. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I will make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned.